Pisces, welcome to your bonus in-depth reading. That is your 3-month overview, July, August, and September. We're going to start by going over the board I'm using for you and all 12 signs. That way we're all on the same page. We're going to start your reading, excuse me, by taking a look at you for the month of July. 7, the Chariot. Then moving on into August. 8, Strength. And then, of course, September. 9, the Hermit. And also, those energies I think are kind of important, such as the sun, happiness. Do we know what that is? Right? Are we living it? Are we loving it? Or perhaps our idea of sunshine, happiness, is changing. Pretty common. The Tower. Anything unexpected, possibly upsetting, we should know about. Do keep in mind these are general collective readings, right? So take it resonates, leave it does not. But also, most of it's future-oriented. That being said, there will be many things that you can reasonably predict for yourself over the next several months. And then there's the stuff that you don't know about, also why we're here. But if you're watching this and you're moving along with it and nothing's hitting any particular note for you, don't worry about it. Check your other placements. All right. Show me Pisces in July. Four of Pentacles, Strength, and the Two of Cups. Okay. Ace of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, and the Moon. Oh. Huh. You know, there is something here that you hold on to, and it kind of holds on to you back. It does. It's running both ways here. Well, it seems like there's nothing going on with it right now. There's actually a wealth of activity behind it that you don't seem to know about yet. So, the Moon, 10 of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands. Wow. You got some good stuff cooking there between you and someone else. But again, it doesn't look obvious to you yet. It does not look obvious to you yet. Right now, all you know is I'm holding on to this. And you might even feel from time to time that they're holding on to you too. Right now, you're showing me, the both of you, the strength to stay away. But you still retain feeling for each other. Two of Cups, guys. Some sort of emotional union. Some sense of feeling between these two. But you're like, I'm refraining. So are they. I believe they are. And you're like, there's nothing to do about it. It's stuck here. It doesn't move. It doesn't change. Au contraire. There is some stuff cooking there in the background. I just don't think you're aware of it yet. It seems like it's a matter of time, however. Ace of Wands, 10 of Pentacles. Whoa. Whoa. We got something here we're barely holding on to, or it feels like we're just, there's nothing to do with this feeling. It's about to get a booster shot of energy that's stable, it seems. It hasn't quite come forward yet. I don't know how it's going to be thrust into existence. But it's going to change this holding on dynamic where it seems like nothing's happening. But it's all cooking and brewing back there in the Moon. Oh, I wonder how it comes forward. It offers some very strong, fresh energy that is stable. 10 of Pentacles. So. It's going to go from, I feel like I'm barely holding on to this now, to, oh, there's a lot to work with now. Yeah, there's a lot to work with. Gosh, I wonder what that breakthrough is. Right now, it's not obvious to you. You can't see it yet. Yeah, but things are happening. Lots of good energy, just instability, focus. Can't see it yet. Let's keep going. If I need to clarify more later, I will, if we have the time. Show me Pisces in August. The Emperor, the Empress, and the Two of Pentacles. Okay. Oh, the Chariot, Seven of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. There it is. There it is. I still don't know who does it. I've got two people here, the Emperor and Empress, and they're both showing me empowerment and trying to figure each other out about who should be doing what, particularly in respect to communication. To be clear, it looks like someone opens up in July. I'm just seeing a continuation in August about what to get, because it feels awkward. It feels awkward, you know, it really does, because it started out with, I'm barely holding on to this, and you might even have the impression that they're doing something similar, but you don't actually know. And like I said, whatever this connection is about to get a big booster shot of fresh energy and hey, top it off with stabilization. So there's a lot more to work with. There really is. There's going to be a lot more to work with soon. There you are, by the way, darling. That's your power card with the moon. So it could be that energy comes bursting forth by the next full moon. It could be under your design, but you don't know it's available to you yet. That is your power card. Simply, we don't know yet. But somebody put something forward that's technically under the category of unexpected, but it was building up in that area of unexpected. And this is equals. I'm looking at equals. Some have even called this divine counterparts. That doesn't mean those two should always be together, but there's this idea of, as far as we can tell, we're equal. I'm empowered, you're empowered. You're productive, I'm productive. Okay? We both do things our own respective ways. And we've done well from acting in accordance to our natures. But you two were stubbornly holding on to each other. Down to the 11th hour, probably were the point where you thought this thing was never going to have signs of life in it, and then suddenly there's signs of life in it. Here's the thing, is that you were both being subject to it. I just knew it. I knew it. I knew it wasn't just you holding on. I knew they were doing the same, but you would have no reason to believe that. I promise you were both doing this. You were both going back and forth. So I honestly don't know who drops that Eight of Wands. I honestly don't know. I think you've both been thinking about it for a long time. Somebody actually does it. Somebody actually gets the cojones and does it. But in a way that it's recognizable. There's nowhere to hide. In other words, it's not some vague one-off, hey, checking in. No, it's something a little bit more comprehensive than that. But yeah, no, you both went back and forth on this very same subject. I think neither one of you knew it. You know what you were doing on your side. They knew what they were doing on their side. But the fact that you two both had or shared similar dilemmas, I don't think either one of you knew. No, I'm not convinced of that at all. No. The Chariot, Seven of Wands, the Eight of... There it is. There it is. Hesitation around communication, but it is nevertheless moving forward. And I believe so by July. So again, once more, continuation. It has that feeling of, what do I say next? How do I say it? There's a lot of caution around that communication, but persistence. It's like once it started, well, I guess we'll just keep going, but something gets the ball in motion, as they say. And I promise you, it's in July at some point. It continues on. You both seem to have the common objective to lower the defenses, but the communication's tight. It's hard. It's hard, but you're both making an effort. So I still don't know. I don't know who had the nerve to give this thing the booster shot it needed. I just know that sooner rather than later, it stabilizes, even if the communication's awkward a little bit. It becomes more consistent. And the energy becomes brighter and more positive. Okay? And it's taken two here. But, guys, this is so interesting. What's... It's making me chuckle because I feel like the two of you are stubborn, just knuckleheads. You're used to doing things your way. They're used to doing things their way. But you were both thinking about the same thing roughly at the same time for I don't know how long. I have no idea. until someone got the nerve to speak up in a way that was actually present. This is my voice. These are my words. And it's not just like some winky face stupid emoji or just, hey, checking in, hope you're okay. It goes beyond that. It was enough to get somebody's attention. And then I see the participation happen for both sides. Okay, let's take a look at Pisces for September. And this may not be a significant other. This could be someone whom you have a family relationship with, and I'm describing a similar dynamic, and perhaps you two had been at odds for a long time. And one of you is finding a way to move things forward in the dynamic, sure. As it resonates, like always. Five of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. There's some enthusiasm there. Four Swords, Seven of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. To be clear, you're both getting comfortable with each other again. I cannot emphasize that enough. I saw that here. I even said we're trying to lower the defenses around communication, not be so tight and walled up. Okay, not to edit so much of our information by our communication. We're trying, but it's awkward. It's still of a hell of a lot more progress, like I said, than just holding on and having a vague idea that maybe they are too. It's so much better than that. There's been a lot cooking back there under that moon. Half of me wants to say, it's you. I know you're triggering this. I know you're giving this the booster shot. And I think you know exactly how this person is so like you. Conservative with the words, or being very careful or cautious with our language, stubborn, that sense of I'm empowered too, I can go tit for tat, bro, sis, something like that. It kind of feels, but it could be the way around. I honestly don't know. It's such a flip of a coin. Anyway, over here in September, yeah, things are really starting to even out in the emotional construct. Both of you are retaining that sense of self-worth. So Five of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands, they can feel themselves getting better, or you can feel yourselves feeling better, more energetic about this, and kind of respecting past emotions and moving forward regardless. For a Sword, Seven of Cups, and the King of Pentacles, again, my sense of self-worth. I've thought about this a great deal. It's worth it to me to be open. It's good for me. It's like somebody's telling me this is good for me. It's very interesting. It's this King of Pentacles figure, Seven of Cups, Four Swords. Being open to this is good for me. It helps me heal. It gives me a lot to think about. It gives me a lot to reflect on, particularly my sense of self-worth. And that's how I know it's correct. I'm doing this because it feels right. I like being open to this. It gets me out of my box. It gets me out of my norm. It gets me out of my something. The fact that I can open up with this says a lot. The fact that this makes me feel vulnerable and that I feel comfortable being vulnerable with it says a lot. And you're right, it says a lot. With saying very little. This person showing me a little bit more I'm having to build into the emotional trust. Finding the energy for that, but it is rising. So that's good. They have a bit of a fire streak. That's okay. That tells me they want to. They want to. They want to build. And that's what that is. You keeping yourself open and vulnerable. Okay, they're doing something similar, but for them, they're showing me emotional trust. I believe it's them. I honestly don't know. Reverse energies. My point is that it continues. It continues on a flow through. And here we are convinced, and you almost had me convinced, well, ain't shit happening there. And I hate saying that for people, but we get caught up in these things and dynamics, and we linger over old connections, emotions, people, and we think we'll never get over it and we'll never let it go. And you get this vague idea. I wonder if they do the same. I wonder if do you think about me? Do they think about me as much? That was one of my strongest impressions today. Do they think about me as much as I think about them? Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's just, why would you know that? Why would you know that? Yeah, they think about you as much as you think about them. Yes, I can confirm this. Question is, this is the real one. Do they feel about me as much as I feel about them? Now that's the $1,000,000 question. That answer's in there too. At this point, you should probably see that for yourself. But Yeah, anyway, it's going to take a much stronger direct dialogue to convey those things. And the softening of one's walls, boundaries. And that's okay. I'm a big, honey, if you're familiar with my work for even more than 2 seconds, you know I'm a huge advocate for boundaries. This is caution. It is caution. I want to talk. I want to make myself available to you, but I'm struggling with it just like you are. But we're trying. That's got to count for something, right? Even if it's awkward as ass at first. And yeah, that's the consensus. When two people or one person wants to make things work for themselves, they do it, okay? Like Taurus, they showed me the work they put into themselves and it showed. Now, take that with two people. If two people want to do the work, it shows. So while it looks like we are micro-stepping this one, we got baby steps on this one, nonetheless, it's real, it's authentic, and it's happening, okay? It may not be by leaps and bounds, but it's what fits the frame to this situation. A little bit can stack up, especially when you got these two very empowered but stubborn people trying to figure out how to lower their defenses with each other. So when I'm telling you these two soften and they let their hair down, if you will, and I'm seeing a King and Queen of Pentacles, oh, that softens. That's softening. Yes. It's nurturing, it's caring, enough so that you two are allowing each other emotional points of reference. Okay? Getting reestablished in the heart space. Trusting that. This person's leaning a little bit more on emotional trust, and somebody else is saying, this is good for me, and I know it. Okay? But nonetheless, they're excited. They say it's worth it to them. You're saying it's worth it to you, and that's all I care about. You two are trying to get on the same page, and that's I mean, look at compared to where you come from. Look at that. Yeah, we call this progress. Okay, we absolutely call this progress. All right, good job. The both of you. I have to insist that first, hey, I have something to say. It's kind of important. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not trying to freak you out. But these are real words. And here's some context to those words and some weight and some significance that goes beyond how are you. I could say it's you, but I honestly don't know. Whoever gives it that booster shot in the effort to stabilize this thing, good for them. Good for them. All right. That was pretty cool, Pisces. I like it. You know, people often ask me, why do you always take it about love readings? It may not be, as I clearly indicated, this could be a relationship you have with a family member. I don't see it that way. Intimacy is involved. But if it is, again, once more, take it as it resonates. I honestly don't know. But I know two stubborn heads when I see it, empowered as they may be. They're still stubborn head. Okay? Show me that, sun, please, for Pisces. And it doesn't matter. I'll tell people, look, this is about career, and people will be like, no, it's my love life. Okay. That's the responsibility of take what resonates. Just to finish that thought out. 5 of Cups, 3 of Swords, 6 of Cups. I know, honey. Ow. Dude. God, this is an old reference. The movie, not the, I don't know the show. I'm not familiar with it. I'm pretty sure I saw the movie, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, years ago. And of course, I remember, the character who went, for being stabbed in the heart. It was so elaborate. And it was so funny. And I'm not trying to laugh at anybody's pain, but that's immediately what I thought of as 5 of Cups, 3 of Swords. Ow. Yeah, I know that hurt, honey. That hurt so bad. 6 of Cups, 5 of Cups. That's the past twice under your sun. There's something about this connection that made you feel very happy and connected to it, but simultaneously feeling remorse for it, regret, loss, the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, especially with the 3 of Swords. They broke my heart. I broke their heart. You broke each other's heart. Somewhere between rejection, someone knew they were going to have to reject this. They couldn't participate but wanted to. The other person living for perhaps the past or the memory of it, it resulted in the same. It took two. It took two. Two participated and two got the same results. Heartbreak, hurt. I never wanted to have to reject this, but it was always in the position of being rejected. There is something about it. But we still equate to this person, not just the past, but the happiness of it. It was something we've never been able to let go. Even though there was so much joy and a simple appreciation for that nostalgia, and this is just between you and me, we're unique. Perhaps we don't know why, but we are. But also with it came a great deal of pain and rejection, it looks like multiple times. Perhaps one than the other. I don't know. But it's a scenario you two are familiar with. It's played out between your two histories before, not just once. That's what you call an echo. But you two came back, broke it off. And why? The motivation, simply put, in many ways, as painful as that connection was. And somehow you were inspired by it, felt warm by it, happy. That's why. You two have been around this merry-go-round before. And I'm not saying you'll get the same results going around it again. So long as two people are prepared to recognize more in themselves and a willingness to change and insights and reflections and healing. Anything has a shot, honey. Anything has a shot. If it didn't have a shot, I wouldn't be saying this, so... And I'm just gonna keep it there because that's it. I mean, that's where it is. Okay. This is between you and me. Two Cups isn't always intimate. I'm the first person to say that. This one is. This is between you and me. This is how we harmonize. This is how I want to feel with you. Okay? Okay. It was, in other words, long story short, it would still make you happy. It would still make you happy. It would still make them happy too, apparently. You cannot have someone join you in that space that doesn't want to be there. Well, you two go on, you two crazy kids. No, you're not kids. You don't look like kids to me. Actually, between the two of you, you're packing a great deal of experience. Like a lot. And you don't become the emperor and empress overnight. No. This means the willingness to go out of your way to grow, learn, do things the hard way, fail, come back from that, bounce back from it, make decisions, back them up. No. It seems like living life on your terms. That's something you two got down pat. Sharing your emotions fluidly, without inhibitions, pride, or fear of rejection. That's something you two needed to both work on. It's not an insult, don't take it as one. It's just, it seems to be applying to you both. All right, Tower. The fact that Two of Cups would still make you happy, and it seems them too. Anyway, Tower. Eight of Wands. In reverse for me, not for you. Queen of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. Oh. Somebody here distinctly, we had to discover this the hard way, wasn't going to do it. They weren't going to prompt it. It occurred as an insight to somebody. All of a sudden, at one moment, such and such isn't going to do it. They're not going to do it. They're not going to reach out. It's the person who I believe is showing me a tender spot around emotional trust. That person is distinctly not going to reach out and someone else figures it out. very distinct that it was. We really absolutely ought to 1,000% know if this is our reading now. 25 minutes in, we should really absolutely know that by now. So I don't know if that occurred to whomever they are or you. They're not going to do it. Yeah. And that hit hard, and it hit as an absolute truth. So somebody here was hoping the other person would do it, and it's like, I got to be rid of that. That's a false thought. That's stupid. If I want to talk to this, I'm going to have to step into it and say as such. Okay. I told you somebody gave this a booster shot, and it was building up there, and it was building up there, and that's what releases the moon, is this fucking tower. I'm telling you. That's what releases the moon on this whole thing. That's what takes the lid off this pot. It's this tower moment, isn't it? It's that tower moment. They're not going to do it. And we have that thought, the moon gets released and it gets a booster shot. I see. Oh, God, this is why I can still feel a certain kind of way towards terrorist moments like these. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? And it immediately brings down the barriers. I see. And then we get it. It's like, it's. Even though somebody here distinctly wasn't going to do it, you get the impression, or it's relayed back to you. I had gone back and forth on this topic as well, and I concluded I shouldn't reach out, or something like that, That's where it's coming from. Okay. We figured it out, so we dialed that in. Somebody did. It's either you or them. Okay. Yeah, no, that's very... So that tower is what prompts this thing at some point in July. Oh, I get it. They're not going to do it. Or you're not going to do it. I never really know until we know. It is more of a romantic situation. It seems that way, but once more, take it as it resonates. Yeah. The softening is really real. I think you two feel a lot more like your natural selves. Granted, we're going to have to get through some awkward communication for a month or so, but it is what it is. These two aren't seeing it that way. They're seeing it as, I'm getting a little more comfortable talking to you in an in-depth, serious way, and you're getting a little more comfortable talking to me, and that's nice. It's very nice. Yes, it's up to you. Oh, cheeky. Oh, so cheeky spirit. It's up to you. I'm calling you out, Pisces. I'm just, hey man, I just do my job, whatever. I mean, your power card kind of lended things to your side of the fence, but again, it's not like, you have to. I'm not giving you the finger. No one's pointing at you. Hey, tarot's the perfect choice, not the absence of it. You don't have to do jack and shit. No. It's because you understand it's correct for you. That's it. That's all there is to it. Okay. You both have pains. Let me put it that way. 33. Take responsibility for your life as a creative adventure. See it as an opportunity for creativity, to express yourself. I don't know. But 33. How can you live with more meaning, integrity, and truth? There's a sense here of being open, creativity. And there's that sense of taking responsibility. Once more, you two have established that for yourselves in and of your own right. But yeah, taking responsibility, possibly to move things forward, open up, but do so in a way that's soft, creative. Anyway, number 33. We have the letters B and N. We have the four-leaf clover. Touch of luck. Touch of luck. Yeah, never hurt anybody. We have the fox, very clever. Very clever, swift, smart, foxy, maybe possibly attractive, but traditional interpretation is just very clever. Okay. And then we have the medallion of Aquarius, and the reverse, the key word here being friendly. You might have some very strong Aquarius in your chart. It could be connecting to, or the seasons might be important to you. But I think part of the plan here is to not just act friendly, but to be friendly, yes, of course. Not so light that it's dismissed. But to reach forward perhaps in that space of friendship first, or love of friendship first. I can see that you two have a lot of memories. You have quite a bit of history. Okay, Pisces, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well.